Hello, thank you everyone for joining session. So this is about the OpenStack QA project update. Myself, Ghanshyam Man, I'm serving as a QA PTL in this term. And along with me, I have the Masuyuki. He's also core in a lot of QA projects. So yeah, this is our logo. So as an official mission statement, what is the OpenStack QA is we develop, maintain, and initiate tools, and we plan to ensure the upstream stability. So the code merging on the daily basis has been tested with a good amount of tests with the QA toolings. And every release we make sure nobody introduced the backward incompatible changes, and there's no things are breaking at the last moment. So as I said, we are running a lot of gate jobs on every day. So if anything is broken, it can be immediately find out and fix it. Yeah, and Masuyuki will explain about the all QA things.
Yeah, so to assure the OpenStack quality, we have a lot of tools and softwares under the QA umbrella. So for example, the left side, you can see DevStack. Maybe you already know that. And we have also a DevStack plugin, safe container, and we also have the interface for that. The other project, individual projects. And we also have the test results manipulate tools. For example, OpenStack Health is a dashboard. I will show you about that later. And we also have the Stack VS, and that is for show the graphically of the result. And we also have the coverage to SQL and we also have the testing frameworks. For example, one is Tempest. Maybe, hopefully, you know that. And we also have the Tempest plugin interface to use the other projects. And the Grenade also has a plugin interface. And we also have the Patrol for RBAC testing. And we also have the syntax checks tools, hacking and the bash hate. And we also have test runners. Formerly, we had to use OS tester as a test runner, but we don't recommend it right now. So we actually use a tester to run the test internally. And we also have some other tools, and the Tempest Live is also deprecated. And what is the OpenStack QA continued? Things we do is, we do a lot of things. And that is a community-driven approach. We open to the many things, and everything is automated, so we don't need to run the test manually. And we serve the OpenStack community to that, and drive test best practice or something like that. And as you can see, the right side, this is an OpenStack Health dashboard top page. We can see the test failure or successful rate like that. Yeah, it's very graphical and useful for us. Thanks. And this is a QA contribution stats in a Shrine cycle. We get a lot of commits, 753. And we also have a lot of reviews, 3,000 more. And we also have a lot of bugs right now. And yeah, of course, we already resolved the bugs, 77. Yes. Right?
Yeah, thank you, Masuyuki. And one of the good thing is like it shows a lot of activity going on in OpenStack QA in every cycle, and as compared from the Rocky, like activities are increasing. But the thing is like we need more and more contribute also. For example, on the open change request, we still have 903 open reviews, so which we should be like doing more and more reviews, and we should involve more people in that. Okay, so coming to the OpenStack Stein features, whatever like we have completed. One of the main thing we completed is the migration of OpenStack gate testing from Xenial to Bionic. So we completed this in two parts. We first migrated Joule v3 native jobs, and then we migrated the legacy jobs also to Bionic. So now every OpenStack project gate on every job is using the Bionic version in testing. And on each project-wise dev stack, we have done the base job switch to Bionic, which is being used by many other projects, and testing the gate with shared network. And we make sure like if there is any shared network environment, so running Tempest and all other toolings won't cause anything, any failure or something. We had the base job for IPv6 and some fixes and other like usual bug fixes and the support we do. And in Tempest, we did the CLI testing improvement and proper handling of the PCI and volume hot plugin device. So we make sure like the test VM, we do the ping or SSH first, and then try our other test operation in that. API microversion schema in gap testing. Like for example, compute, we have the microversion and schema also in Tempest, so we do that. And next is placement service client support is new one. So now we have the service client in Tempest who can talk to the placement APIs. But testing-wise, we will not directly test the placement, because those are already covered in the functional test. So those clients can be used in the Nova test case to verify some resource mapping and all this stuff from the placement APIs. Multi-node job, we have now working on stable branch also and immutable user source support also. Like any environment like doesn't have the write operation user, so you have the config option now. You can just disable it, and all those write operation user test will be skipped. So on Patrol side, Neutron policy test coverage has been improved, documentation improvements a lot, and a lot of other update to release the Patrol as a stable. And other than that, there are other projects. We usually have the bug fix and the support thing there. So now coming back to OpenStack train, we have a lot of activity planned, and these are the main activity we are listing here. First, Joule v3 native jobs for Granite, which is going on since a long time, so we wanted to finish them. Patrol stable release, that is the one target for us. Keystone has a system scope thing now, so we are working with Keystone team and trying to test the system scope thing in DevStack and Tempest. Volume strict validation testing using JSON schema. So Tempest has JSON schema testing for compute, and we wanted to extend it for the volume also. And GFL, one of the Tempest core, has a lot of patch up. So, and we consulted with Interop, which is okay now. So we'll be start merging those patches. And then support Kubernetes installation in DevStack plugin container. Hongmin is trying to integrate the Kubernetes installation also in this DevStack plugin. And on the right side, this is about the stability or our usual ongoing activity. So Tempest full is an integrated job, and it runs a lot of tests, which does a lot of SSH thing and all. We have separated the slow test from Tempest full, but still Tempest full is like timeout many times, and you have to do recheck. So what we wanted to make is more stable, or find a way that any project will not fail their gate due to unrelated things. Like for example, Neutron gate is failed because of the volume things. So those kind of adjustment and stability we wanted to have in this integrated job. And more documentation and guidelines for plugins. Cross Tempest plugins sanity check job. So that's a really good idea from Masayuki. So we have a sanity check jobs for every Tempest plugin on Tempest as non-voting, which get failed many times. So what we wanted to make sure, we run that job on every plugin, and we make sure like none of the plugin breaks other plugin, like that. So that's that's the item we will be discussing in PTG, like how to do that. But we wanted to do some cross sanity check with all the plugins, and then consuming all the Tempest CLI and Gate, and make the scenario manager stable for plugins. Tempest smart cleanup feature, we have spec up, and we are not review. We did the review one time, and there was one more good suggestion on the cleanup feature thing. So we'll try to continue the review on the spec and improve the cleanup tool we have. And the gate stable thing. So on day-to-day activity, like we keep monitor the gate, how if anything is broken, anything is blocked, and how we can fix that. Like for example, Tempest full was the one example where we face like some bugs occur very frequently, and if those occurs very frequently, so what we do, either we skip that test for that bug or till that bug is fixed, or we just improve that test case so that we don't have the frequent failure of that. Yeah. Beyond train is especially two target we have. One is the RBAC testing on gate using Patrol. So Patrol has a lot of test coverage for all the policies for at least 5 projects now. NOAA, Cinder, Glance, and Keystone, and Neutron is like in implementation stage. So idea is we start a job on every project with running these Patrol test case, so that if there is any change in policy in a backward incompatible way, so we can catch that using this job. Currently there is almost all of the projects are really lacking about the policy testing in their functional tests, so adding the Patrol can be one of the good target for them. Next will be strict validation testing using JSON schema. So for compute, we already have volume we are going to have in train, and the next project also we can try to cover that, because the strict validation using JSON schema really help the interop things here. And if we make sure like none of the API's response or anything is changed, which is really great thing for interop thing otherwise things. And doing that verification in test case is a little bit difficult. You may miss something, but having the JSON schema with a predefined template, you will not miss anything, and every API call will come through the JSON schema validation thing. Yeah, next cross-project work, Masuyuki.
So for cross-project work, we have currently 4 things. First one is Zero V3 migration for the coordinated jobs, and the other is plugin help on fixing the usage and the guardian. Yeah, we need to help for that to use the plugins for individual projects. And as already Ganjam said that, sorry, integrated job should be more stable. We need to do that. And the last one is to support the OpenStack CI/CD platform updates. So we need to keep up with the updates every time, right?
Yeah, and how you can give us the feedback. We have the bug tracking things. So QA has a lot of sub-projects. Almost all of them still use Launchpad, but Patrol is migrated to Storyboard. So you can find the information like for which project where you can file the bug. You can contact us on mailing list with QA in subject, or you can find us always on the OpenStack-QA channel on IRC. And forum session we have tomorrow, which is one is the user operator feedback on QA. which is more like we wanted to hear from you guys, like how you're using the QA tooling in your production testing and how we can improve that. And then we have the onboarding session tomorrow morning. So where, 9 a.m. It's very first session. So, and if anyone wanted to help to contribute in QA or wanted to learn about any process in QA, anything, any queries, anything we can cover in the onboarding session. So that onboarding session doesn't have predefined agenda. We are very much open, and dynamically we will discuss whatever the requirement will be. And this is how to contribute. So onboarding session is the very good place, and it will be tomorrow, 9 a.m. So even if anyone wanted to know about how to submit the patch in OpenStack or QA, so that also we can help from starting. And we have the IRC channel. You can always ping us okay, I wanted to contribute in QA, I wanted to help in QA. Not just in terms of the coding or commit or review, even you reporting the bug or you giving the feedback, that is also a good contribution. So that also you can ping us on IRC. We have the weekly office hour, and you can find the meeting information on this wiki page. So that is on Thursday. And PTG will be on the room 105 on May 2nd and 3rd. So 2 days we'll be having the QA PTG. And that's the Etherpad. You can find the detail about the discussion item. And if even you have now any item to discuss, so you can always add in the Etherpad. And we have this contributor guide also in OpenStack, so you can refer that to set up your OpenStack accounts and all. So that's all from us. If you have any question or anything, we have around 3 minutes left, so we can discuss or answer. Okay, so we have tomorrow user feedback and onboarding session, and you need any help, discussion, or anything, it will be great. And I really appreciate if you guys make up in the user feedback session, and that will be a great one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.